Namaste, my friends. My name is Luann, and as always, I welcome and am humbled, and I thank you for joining me in practice today. Let's move together, let's experience, let's find a way to enjoy our bodies, and let this yoga experience be something that you look forward to on a daily basis. Namaste. Arrive on your mat. Rest your body, allow the earth to receive you. As you begin practice in a mini Shavasana, a nice way to start your practice to allow the body to soften, to rest, to let go. Bring your attention to the breath. As the jaw softens, the cheeks soften. And just begin to notice. You can move one hand to your belly, one hand to your chest as you deeply inhale and feel the belly rise and lift, allowing the nourishing breath, the Dirga Pranayama breath, to move through your body. Exhale and notice how the navel moves towards the spine. A full breath, inhaling, and on your exhale, begin to release and let go of all that no longer serves you today. Arrive in the present moment. Choose a sankalpa, an intention for your practice, if that's part of your practice. Choose something that is personal and meaningful to yourself. Honor it during your practice. And let it be part of your practice. Your hands rest freely by your sides and just notice the body in a conscious awareness. Inhaling and exhaling. Preparing to honor your body, honor yourself in your very safe, your very sacred space. Letting your yoga experience, your yoga journey begin. A gentle inhale and a gentle exhale. Thoughts may pass through your mind. Notice them, acknowledge them, and then just let them slip away. You can return to all your busy mind chatter when practice is over. Chitta Vitri Nirodha. When the mind chatter ceases, the true yoga experience begins. Allow your soles of your feet to come to the mat and hug your knees in. Lift your chin to your knees and then begin to rock right and left, massaging the lower sacrum, gently awakening the body. Hands move to knees and circle the legs in one direction and circle the legs in the opposite direction. Mindfully noticing, being aware of all sensations. Hands move to the outer edges of your feet. Knees drop down towards your chest for a happy baby pose, beginning a gentle hip opening as you prepare for your asana. Hug your right knee in, interlace your fingers underneath your right leg. Left leg is long on the mat, and lift and lower your right leg, warming the large muscle groups in your leg. Extend your leg long and begin to point and flex your toes, allowing for the joints in your ankles and your toes and your feet all to awaken. Circle the ankle in one direction, circle the ankle in the opposite direction. Begin to hug both knees into the chest, reconnecting to the breath. And then eventually release your right leg long on the mat and hug the left leg in, beginning to lift and lower your left leg. The large muscle groups on your left leg are warming now, awakening. Extend the left leg long and begin to point and flex your toes and circle the ankle in one direction. And slowly circle the ankle in the opposite direction. Legs lower, hug them in and cross at the ankles. And if it's part of your practice, you can spinal rock up to a seated position, or you can just roll to the right side and come up to a Shavasana, an easy pose, a pose that feels comfortable and natural. A seated pose. Arms rest on your thighs, shoulders drop away from ears, and release the neck in one direction and lower your ear in the opposite direction. You can turn your cheek towards the right and turn very slowly your cheek in the opposite direction. Lower chin to chest and draw a beautiful smile to the right and to the left as you very slowly and gently and mindfully awaken the neck muscles. Begin to cradle one foot in front of your chest or your belly, inviting a hip opening, and release and move the opposite foot across your chest or your belly in a gentle cradle. Pause and notice. Inhale, arms overhead, moving the energy right in front of your heart center. Give yourself a big hug, acknowledge your presence here, thanking yourself for coming to practice today, trusting that whatever reason brought you here was the right reason. Move to all fours in a table position, wrists under shoulders, and begin to inhale and exhale into cat and dog. Inhale, lifting tailbone, chest and chin, and exhaling, rounding tailbone, rounding chest, tucking chin. A gentle awakening of the vertebrae, an undulation of the spine. Come to a neutral position and extend your right leg long behind you, your left arm long in front of you, reaching with fingertips and toes. A gentle balance, gazing down at the front of your mat, your drishti, your focal point. Reverse leg and arm, reaching with fingertips, reaching with toes. Finding that balance, finding your gaze point. Inhale your right arm through right under your left shoulder, and as you thread the needle, reach your left fingertips up in front of you for a deep stretch, or to even deepen the stretch, let that left arm move behind you in a gentle bind. Cheek and ear resting softly, resting comfortably on the mat. Begin to push the earth away as you slowly release and come up. Undulate the spine. Inhale into dog. Exhale into cat. Inhale the left arm up, thread it through. Come down on your left cheek. Soften into the earth. Reach fingertips in front of you. Or find that bind on your back to deepen the stretch. Connecting with your breath, always matching your movement with the breath. Fingertips reach in front of you. And after your next breath, press into the earth and return to your table position. Walk your hands up one palm print, tuck your toes, hover your knees, and come up into a downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Shavasana. Walk your dog. Feel the length and the stretch in your spine. Allow the hamstrings to warm. And then inhale the right leg behind you. Bend your knee, gaze underneath your shoulder. And step your right leg through. You may need to guide it there, that's fine. Release your left leg long behind you in a runner's stretch and feel that deep stretch. Flatten the top of your left foot, come up and twist to the right. Stretching the waist, stretching the spine, gazing over your right shoulder. Hands circle your forward leg, back toes tuck, and return to a downward facing dog. Let the chest roll forward into plank, feeling the energy radiate through the soles of your feet, chaturanga down to the earth. Slide your hands up towards the front of your mat, shoulders under elbows, into Sphinx pose, keeping your buttocks, your legs, your thighs relaxed. If you'd like to deepen the posture, extend your arms out to the side, press into the earth with the palms of your hand and move into seal pose with a gentle gaze over the front of your mat. Release to the earth, soften, press yourself up and slide back into your first child pose of the day. Rest your head, your forehead on stacked fists, and just notice. Breathe and be aware of your surroundings, of all the external sounds in the room, the internal sounds within you. Return to a table position and to downward facing dog. Walk your dog, noticing, coming up on your toes and sending the heels back. Inhale the left leg long behind you, gazing under your left shoulder, stepping the left leg through, guiding it to the front of your mat, releasing the right leg long behind you for your runner's stretch, lowering your knee, flattening the tops of your feet, and coming up for a gentle stretch in the opposite direction, gazing over your left shoulder. Hands released to the earth, toes tuck in back of you, and find downward facing dog. Inhaling and exhaling, connecting to the movement, connecting to the breath. Your hands walk back towards your toes, bend your knees and power up, circle the sun. Offer your body a gentle back bend and let the energy come down in front of your heart center, honoring yourself, honoring your body. Hands released by your side. And in a walking meditation with palms turned skyward, move towards the front of the mat, noticing, feeling. Circle your arms overhead, swan dive down. Gaze gently over the front of your mat as you power up. Inhale your arms overhead and sit yourself back into chair pose. Soles of your feet grounded to the earth. Hands move in front of your heart center in Anjali Mudra as you twist to the right, gazing over your right shoulder. Back to the center and twist to the left. Inhale your arms overhead. Return them right in front of the heart center, Anjali Mudra. Arms out to the side, right under left. Bend your knees in line with your ankle. Feel the weight move into your left leg as you cross the right leg over the left thigh. Gurdasana, eagle pose. Gaze over the front of your mat. Find gentle balance. Inhale your arms overhead. Cross left under right or right under left. Sit yourself back into chair and feel the weight move into your right leg. This time crossing your left thigh over your right. Feeling the weight in the sole of your standing leg. Gazing over the front of your mat. Arms release. Hands return to the heart center. Step open to the long side of your mat, arms reaching out from fingertip to fingertip, front of the room and back of the room, forward knee in line with your ankle. And begin to reverse your warrior and side angle. right arm on left thigh, arm alongside ear. And flow with the move, reversing your warrior and feeling a stretch as you move into your lateral angle. Circle towards the forward leg, come back into downward facing dog, and walk your toes right up towards the front of the mat. Half lift, gaze over your front of your mat and power up, circle the sun and move your hands in front of your heart center. Step open on the long side of your mat. This time your left leg is forward, your right leg is behind you. Your arms still reaching and extending, feeling that power through right across your heart center as you reverse your warrior and gaze up at your left arm and find a lateral angle, your right arm alongside your ear. Your knee and your forward leg is in line with your ankle. And reverse your warrior and then find a lateral angle. Come down, circle the front leg and move back into downward facing dog. Noticing and just breathing very gently. Very slowly begin to roll your chest forward, feeling that energy through the soles of your feet in your plank pose. Chaturanga down to the mat. Let your elbows come down towards your waist. Squeeze the shoulder blades back together as you lift up into cobra. Return to the earth. Lift up and come into child pose. You can widen your child pose. Stretch your arms long in front of you and allow the forehead to rest on the mat. Slowly come up and extend the legs long in front of you. Paschimottanasana. Inhale the arms overhead, feet are flexed, spine is long. Lift out of the waist and reach towards the toes. Keeping your spine long and straight. If there's no back issues, no vertebrae issues, I invite you to round your back. Each time you lengthen on the in-breath, let your crown reach forward. And let the head drop towards the knees. If the spine is rounded, lengthen the spine, hands alongside ears, engage the belly and come up to a seated position. Arms float down by your side. Cross your right leg over your left and move the left leg behind you into a shoelace pose, a gentle twist. Your left arm hugs your right leg and your right arm floats behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen the crown, and as you exhale, gaze over your right shoulder. Each time you inhale, you lift and lengthen a little bit more, and on your exhale, twist. Move to the opposite side just to counter the twist, and come back up. Extend your legs long, shake them out for a moment if there's any tension. Just notice and feel. And then begin to move and cross your left leg over the right. Your right leg moves behind you. Your right arm hugs your left knee and your left arm swims behind you. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, feel your twist deepen as you gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, lift, and exhale, twist. And then come around in the opposite direction and release the twist. Slowly come up and move your legs into a bound angle, a Baddha Konasana. Inhale and lengthen the spine. Fold towards the feet. Keep the spine long and lengthened if there's any back issues or disc issues. And if not, I invite you to round, offer the body a different movement one that you're not accustomed to during the day. Let the body round and soften. Gather the knees together. Find your block or your stack of books. And slowly come down to the mat as you walk the soles of your feet in towards your buttocks. And move into a supported bridge pose. You can place the block under the sacrum on the low side, the medium side, or the high side. And let the block do the work for you as you open the heart center, open the chest. Keep the chin slightly tucked, knees pointing skyward. Soften the body, relax the body, and begin to turn inward as you let go, breath by breath, noticing, connecting to the present moment, connecting to the breath. Lift the sacrum, remove the block. And if you have a strap or a tie, you can have that handy. If not, you can just extend your legs skyward. Your arms can reach alongside your legs for legs up the wall, beginning to let the lymph drain through your body. If you have a strap, you can place it on the soles of your feet. Let the strap wrap around the wrists and begin to settle in whatever way that's comfortable for your body. If you have a sandbag or extra weight, you can place it on the soles of your feet, allowing the spine to rest, allowing the body to soften, noticing the breath, being aware, noticing how the body feels as you surrender and let go. Hug the knees into the chest. Let the arms stretch out to the side or move into goalposts. As the knees drop in one direction, your gaze in the opposite direction. If there's any neck issues, your gaze can be skyward. And begin to soften a little bit more. Release. Feel the energy move through your body. The Shakti energy, the Chi energy. All the energy that you've created from your practice today. Resting with the breath. Let the knees return to center and the chin return to center. Hug your knees in, extend your arms to the side. Palms can face up. Let your knees drop in the other direction. Your gaze reverse of the knees, and you can move your arms behind you in goalposts. You can just stretch them behind you or just keep them out horizontal. You can even rest one hand on your knees, whatever feels comfortable. Everyday practice is different. Every one of our bodies is different. Everyone moves into a posture differently. Find comfort. Find peace. And invite your practice to always be peaceful. Hug your knees in, chin to knees. And very slowly prepare for your final resting pose, your Shavasana. Let your legs reach out long. You can place a bolster under the backs of your knees if that's more comfortable. Your arms can be by your side. The cheeks soften, the gaze softens. The chin is slightly tucked. And begin to let go physically and mentally as you surrender to Mother Earth. Allow her to receive you, to support you, to nourish you. Be aware of the breath moving through your body, in through the nostrils, out through the nostrils. And allow yourself to rest, to turn inward. Come back to the breath each time you feel distracted to help settle you and comfort you. Relax all the muscles in your body and observe your body letting go a little more with each breath. In this place of safety, in your safe and your sacred space, let the mind and the body lie in complete stillness. Begin to deepen the breath and make some very small movements with fingers and toes. Reach overhead, lengthen the body, and find a deep stretch. Let the knees come in, hug the knees, and rock right to left, offering the lower sacrum that gentle massage, a gentle awakening. Roll to your right side in fetal position, and if you set an intention, remember your intention now for your practice. Let it honor you, let it serve you. Press the earth away and come back up into an easy pose, a Sukhasana. Inhale the arms overhead, bring the energy down to your heart center. Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Shurti Gamaya Mricho Ma Amritam Gamaya Om Asato Ma Satgamaya Tamaso Ma Shurti Gamaya Mricho Ma Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. May there be peace, peace, peace.